Rome's sex slaves. Many enslaved people were forced into prostitution in ancient Rome because prostitution was legal and licensed. It was common for them to be sold to brothels and forced to perform sexual services for their owners and customers. During the Roman Empire, most enslaved people were foreigners. Slavery in Roman times was not based on race. There were many types of enslaved people in Rome, such as prisoners of war, sailors captured by pirates, and enslaved people purchased from outside the empire. Prostitutes were often enslaved women or freed women who were forced into the profession by their owners as a way to make money. As a result, they had no rights and could be abused without repercussions. Their only option was to escape or appeal to their owner's mercy, since they could be bought, sold, and used by their owners. Enslaved people were often subjected to harsh conditions and difficult labor, and many found themselves forced into prostitution to make money for their owners. Enslaved people had no legal protections, so they could not seek justice for any abuses they faced. Even though it was illegal to mistreat enslaved people, many enslavers were not held accountable for their actions. As a result, enslaved people were often treated as property and subjected to their owners' whims. Slave-owning patrons and investors may have sought to avoid losing privilege by appointing enslaved people or freedmen to manage their clandestine investments, thus shielding their true identities from public exposure. This enabled them to benefit from the economic advantages of slavery while avoiding the legal consequences of ownership, since any acts of cruelty or mistreatment could be attributed to the slave manager or freedman instead of the actual owner. Some large brothels in the 4th century even employed slave managers or freedmen who would act as the intermediate between the actual owners and the enslaved people. This enabled them to be treated as tourist attractions and to benefit from the economic advantages of slavery without the legal consequences of ownership.